What's good? What's good? What's good? It's me again. I think it is. What is the day? Shit, I don't know. April, I think the 18th. Let me see. April, yeah, the 18th, Saturday. I'm back in my car. Yes, I am. I do a lot of my thinking in my car. My car is my comfort zone. My office. My everything. It's my car. I'm just sitting here doing nothing. These be my delivery slips on the seat that I just don't be taking off. When I get off, I'll probably wait till the next day before I go in and take them on. Yeah, I'm just sitting here doing nothing. Get everything. Because I'm in my own head. Well, I'm just sitting here just thinking about how I've been procrastinating so much. And I ask myself, when does the procrastination stop? When am I gonna jump back on board with my own life? And what's keeping me from, living my life? What is it that's keeping me from it? My life. What's the outside thing that's keeping me from my life? Finish. I ask myself that. What's keeping me? What is it? Oh, bad. I know I like Mickey Mouse. It's so much I be want to talk about, but it's like I just don't feel like it's suitable for my YouTube channels. But then again, I say it is suitable for my YouTube channels, because in the midst of me sharing my story, I always say it can help someone else. Excuse me again. I think that's the hiccups. Yeah, so here I am in my car. I had something interesting that happened to me tonight, and I would like to share it with you guys. Okay, I get off work around about 9:10, something like that, tonight. And I go to the store. It's my routine to get my gas and to get my blacks and my cup of ice. So I goes in the store, pay for my things. And when I walk out, it's this white guy says, "You want to know why the coronavirus is happening?" And I said, "Why?" He said, "Because of the imbalance of humanity's spirit." He said, "God has sent what did he say? A plague to get things back in order." That's what he said. And he said, "Well, I know it's a lot of elderly dying, and they don't deserve that." It's a lot of stuff that he said that I was not in agreement with, but I just listened, And that's the thing about a lot of people who is very biblical. they look at the surface of things and not what's in the bottom, what's beneath the surface. And if people could really see what's beneath the surface, they would see that things are happening accordingly to what individuals are thinking about themselves, that they have no understanding of. Because this world is just constructed solely on programming. And what I mean by programming is we've been fed certain, ideologies and certain historical, supposedly facts that we have adopted as our own. With no other evidence to prove that as something that is not suitable for the human race. And once we all begin to question, first and foremost, our way of thinking, the way we do things, the way we see things, and the way we feel about ourselves, that alone will start. It would start, getting the ball rolling with different ideas rolling into our minds about where we are, who we are, and what our individual purpose is. Not as a collective, but as individuals. Yes, we supposed to, well, I ain't gonna say we supposed to, but we are social beings. We are, based upon programming. Because I can tell you one thing. I be in my most enjoyable moments by myself. I do. It's only when I try to link up with others sometimes that I started feeling miserable or depressed. Because then it's like, am I really living the life that I should be living based upon, what's right? Or based upon what's the most trending idea at that moment in time? Because see, if I don't do what's trending, then I would be looked at as crazy, emotional, disturbed, dysfunctional amongst the others based upon their programming. Yeah. But I sit here and I think about so much stuff. I have a lot of time to just think. Because it's like the things that majority of people do, I don't want to do them. And then you say, I know I get criticized about the things that I do. Well, you sit here and you smoke and you drink, la, 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 and all the rest of that stuff. Whatever else. Cuss. But I once said, I'm not perfect. And please believe me, I'm not here to judge anyone. I'm just sitting here, just talking, just making people aware of other point of views of things. It's not only one way to look at things. It's millions of ways to look at a lot of things based upon who you know you are. Not think, but know. And I always told myself, if I'm going to be programmed, I'm going to program myself to be that better me within that moment that I am interacting with myself as well as others. I look at things so differently. And that's why I be by myself so much, because it's like when I want to have a conversation, all I see is the programming coming out of people. They can't even dissect information because they don't have no other idea, no other information to let them really do critical thinking about, the matters at hand. If they didn't read it, or if they didn't learn it in school, or if they weren't raised a certain way, they ain't gonna have no idea how to answer certain questions in a different way. They ain't gonna have no idea how to do it. But my thing is about me programming myself, it's like I am a misfit. And I'm going to use that word because I feel like that's a more relatable word than, shall I say, that she's just a goddamn bitch. And she just a loony bin. So, misfit. That's the proper word I'm going to use at this moment. I be want to talk. People are, even during these times right now, people are still busy doing nothing, watching TV and doing that. Not that, like I said, I'm not here to judge no one, but I do observe a lot of things because that's what I do. First and foremost, I observe myself, and I look at myself and I'm like, I can be doing so much with my time than what I have been doing with my time. And I do get a little bit, I ain't gonna say mad, but I get discouraged about so many things. Like, wow, you wasted time. But I stopped saying I'm wasting time because there's no time is wasted. Whatever I got out of that moment when I was doing nothing per se, I got some out of that moment as well. It taught me how to be more, how can I say, more effective within my moments, more productive rather within my moments. I get so sidetracked because I be so distracted and I'm so unstable. Not within my mind, but within my life. I'm very unstable. And I know this. It's like I'm always trying to find this quiet place for me to really, and beyond my car now, not just in my car. I want a quiet place where I can really work and, gather my thoughts and just be without being in a rush, without being pressured about how much time do I have to do what I'm trying to do. I don't like to be rushed. Whatever I do, I like to take my time and do it right based upon what I feel is right, you know? And that'd be the problem. That's the problem. Not with me, but amongst others. Because it's like, well, you should be doing this and you should be doing that. You shouldn't be doing that. Look at me. Pay attention to me. Don't do that. Because if you do that, that means you ignoring me. That means that you don't love me. Well, that is so far from the truth. That is so far from the truth. Yeah, I'm on another rant again, you know, about how I'm just all over the place still. No matter how I look at things and I see the reality of it, I'm still doing the same motherfucking thing. That goddamn loop. Every day, I'm in a constant loop. It ain't shit to figure out no more. Nothing. So I can't continue to say I'm trying to figure this out or what I should be doing. I already know what I should be doing. It's just how unstable I am. And the reason why it seems like I be so clueless, because when I be talking, it's like, okay, I don't want to say that. So in the midst of me talking, I'm sitting here trying to get my words together about what I really want to say and what I don't want to say, because I could really talk. But I just, I'm like, why air out all this about myself? It's just people just know shit about me. So it's some stuff I just don't want to say. So that's why I seem like I'm getting tongue twisted, or I ain't sure about what I'm really trying to say or whatever, because I know what I want to say. I'm just not saying it. Because it's just some things that I feel like shouldn't be said. But my biggest thing, and I notice how unstable I am. I'm only one person, but I try to be 1,000 people at one time. I do, because I have big responsibilities. And sometimes it gets overwhelming, but I laugh it off, or, I act like I ain't shit wrong, but that's far from the truth. I have so much shit on my mind. People be like, why are you thinking about that? It's okay. And you don't have to beat yourself up. I never said I beat myself up. I don't do that. Why do that? I'm very, very knowledgeable about me. Now, I can't say that about the next person, because y'all know, when it comes to your thoughts, those things can be hidden. What you tell a person, that ain't always like me now. I'm talking, but I'm not really telling y'all really what's on my mind. Because if I told y'all what was on my mind, y'all be like, wow, really? It's like I'm constantly battling things, and I have to find, better ways of how to maneuver around the things that I'm battling. But what I do is I write and I cry and I do what I think is best for me to do within that moment in time. And for those that I love and have to take care of, I do what I feel like is best for all of us in that moment in time, which don't always seem like the best. But I know this world, this materialistic world, it takes over so many people. Yeah, I get things, I buy things that I know sometimes are unnecessary, but good goo. How much attention do I supposed to give to outside things that don't mean me well? How much attention do I supposed to give to that? None. I focus on, making things better in my life. And if things go better in my life, it goes better for the ones I love as well. But they don't be seeing that. They don't see that. But anyway, about to wrap this up. Just wanted to rant a little bit. Actually, I didn't. I wanted to get on here and just release some of this energy that I feel like is blocking me from doing so much better than what I know that I could be doing. Because, when you have a lot of blockages, it's like you're stuck in this loop. You're stagnated. But I'm not second guessing shit because I already know. It's me acting upon what I know that it's like leave me in the loop, this time loop. It's me acting upon it. I'll be like, no, not today, or no, and I can't do that. I make excuses. I procrastinate, like I said, procrastinator. Yeah, mix the letter Z. I procrastinate a lot in this moment in time. And I feel it too. It doesn't feel good inside me. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm always questioning myself. Like, you need to be doing this right now. Like, no, ain't the time. I gotta wait till this, that, and the other. But I like things, I ain't gonna say, I'm a very particular person. But I'm not a perfectionist. But I say that to myself sometimes so I could, do better. Yeah, I'm a perfectionist, and I strive harder to get things done because of that word perfectionist. You gotta have things structured in a certain way to get certain things, certain situations to show up differently in my life. But like I said, wow. Oh boy, I know a lot of stuff that I said didn't make sense, but this was refreshing to me, very therapeutic to me. So when I rewatch it, it's gonna help. I know it will. It's 12, I think 12, about 12:05, something like that. But anywho, the road less traveled is narrow, not wide. The road less traveled is narrow, not wide. And there's a reason for that. Only a few people make it to where they're supposed to be in life. Not everybody make it. Because of fear. Fear of what the next person will think about them and how they choose to show up in their life. But that ain't me. That's not me. I accept who I am, and what I'm supposed to be doing wholeheartedly. I accept that. And I hope y'all do the same. Accept who you are. But you got to know it. You got to distinguish between what the world made you and what life made you to be within this moment in time. Now. Think about that. Think about it.